When I received this call, and I felt so nervous. So I just asked him why I cannot went back to Hong Kong. He further explained that someone has stolen my mainland ID card.
It's true that anyone can be a potential victim. Even for people who are highly educated, people, the minors or elderly, and less educated individuals might be most vulnerable to fraud.
Do not solely rely on one source or channel of communication, as it may well be fraudulent. Also, we really should not click on any links in emails or text messages unless we're sure that it is safe.
Have you ever come across a police officer who says they will help you, but that you have to pay for it? Or someone who says they can offer you an easy, high-paying job, but first they need a big sum of money from you as a processing fee? These are telltale signs that someone is trying to scam you. In this episode of Hong Kong Enquirer, we will explore how people get scammed and the effective ways to prevent this. In 2019, Rennie, a second-year undergraduate student in Hong Kong, went back home to the Chinese mainland for her summer holiday. While there, she received a call from a person claiming to be from the Hong Kong Immigration Department.
At that time, it's a real person who called me, and I think he said in Cantonese 你好，你係唔係范小姐啊？而家你唔可以返香港，因為你嘅身份證係有問題。At that time, I was so concerned about that because I was in mainland China. He said that someone in Shanghai airport was arrested by Shanghai police. She copied nearly 30 ID cards and mine was included. He could give me the phone number from Shanghai police.
Scammers have developed sophisticated ways to make their story sound credible and to divert your attention away from what might otherwise ring alarm bells because it sounds suspicious.
I just called the number, and someone in Shanghai received the call and speak with him face to face. He showed me his license with his photo and also his license number, and he confirmed with me my information. So at that time, I believe that he is a real policeman. He said if you want to went back to Hong Kong, they will take around 2 months to proceed this case. If you want to speed up this process, you need to pay extra money. But fortunately, at that time, my parents came back home and they stopped me.
I met with Dr. Chen Zhansheng, a professor in social psychology at University of Hong Kong. He explained how anxiety and stress can influence how people process information. Scammers are not only aware of these emotions, but they use them in their toolkit of attack methods.
The trust can be built fairly easily when people are in a certain state and this approach, the messages fit their needs quite well. They can feel, there's something going on. If this is an authority figure, you feel like you have to trust this person. If you don't, you feel like there might be some consequences, might be punished. Maybe, something like that happens, we should pause and double check, whether this is authentic or not. We know we all suffer during the COVID, and also people feel quite negative about the future. So this could all create certain anxieties. Basically, we're living in a harder time than we used to. So this creates a lot of psychological needs, which might make us more vulnerable to potential attempts to influence us.
Sometimes fraudsters scam people in a seemingly legitimate way. 1 month ago, Kevin received a WhatsApp message from the media company just as he was about to have lunch at work. The message claimed to offer him an easy and high-paying job.
佢就話只要我去追蹤一個 Instagram 嘅 account 咧，咁就會即刻俾我58蚊啦。所以咧我就照做佢俾我嗰個 task 啦 ，follow 咗嗰個 Instagram， 跟住就 cap 圖俾佢睇。咁佢又真係即刻過咗錢俾我喎。之後咧我就即刻用咗呢58蚊咧去買我嘅午餐食啦。佢之後就同 同我講話會加我入一個群組啦。呢個群組咧每日差唔多24小時都會不停有任務放出嚟俾群組入邊嘅會員去做嘅。
However, the assignments in this Telegram group are surprisingly simple, such as giving a like to a YouTube video or following a celebrity on Instagram.
我記得我做到第7個任務嘅時候啦，佢就突然之間咧就喺個 group 嗰度 send 咗一個叫我哋入會嘅通知。佢有幾個等級嘅，係由幾千蚊去到幾萬蚊不等嘅。嗰陣時都已經覺得係一個騙案㗎啦。點解會咁簡單就會無啦啦俾錢我呢？所以我就退出咗群組，就冇入會。
In fact, Kevin's decision was right. Many people have lost money by becoming victims of cyber fraudsters, who lure individuals through the Telegram messaging platform, offering part-time jobs and collecting large sums of money. Fraudsters don't only prey on individuals, they also eye corporations as potential victims. Carmen, a partner and lawyer at the law firm Dickens, is handling an email fraud case where the scammer impersonated the CEO and instructed significant money transfers be made by the finance officer.
Actually, there are elaborate frauds as well involving third parties. The CEO would tell the finance officer to liaise with someone from Deloitte or PwC or another accountant firm, and the accountant firm will give them information on when and how much money to transfer to. The finance officer did as instructed, and the funds were quickly dissipated, as if it's elaborate and it looks quite real, but it's all text-based and on email, so it's really difficult to verify. And with hindsight, the staff and employees need to know is that they really need to verify and double check with just an independent source, like a phone call or a knock on the door to say, I'm asked to do these transfers. Just a little confirmation would have avoided the whole fraudulent scheme.
According to the Hong Kong Police Force, the number of fraud cases in the city in 2022 saw a significant increase of around 45% from the previous year. The total amount involved in these attacks reached nearly 5 billion Hong Kong dollars. When it comes to reported fraud cases, around 70% were related to the internet. So what might have contributed to this surge in scams?
In Hong Kong, before COVID, barely anyone use online shopping platforms. Now people have been cultivated, basically learning to do those online. So there's a lot of online shopping. So I think these ways of living, they create new avenues for potential fraud to happen.
However, the Hong Kong Police Force say they developed at least one way to fight back as early as 2017. In response to these online scam traps, they've developed a website that is being updated in real time, tracking the latest online scam patterns. It's called the Anti-Deception Coordination Center, ADCC. However, each year the scammers get better at hiding what they do, so the police are locked in a seemingly never-ending battle, trying to uncover the latest techniques and warn the public about them. There are traps which have been set all over the internet, looking to scam ordinary people, but they are not unbeatable. By remaining vigilant at all times, we can at least minimize the risk of becoming victims ourselves and also potentially helping others. What are your thoughts on this? Feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more episodes of Hong Kong Enquirer.